What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. My name is Jorge, and of course you guys know this is my Chevy SS, and today we're gonna change out the color on these wheels. So like I said, guys, in earlier videos I actually showed installing this CTSV wheels on my Chevy SS, and one of the questions I asked was, should I change the color of these wheels to something else, maybe like a gloss black? And a lot of people said do just the same, leave them gunmetal. This is a gunmetal finish, and it started to grow on me. At first I was like, no, I'm gonna use just the gloss black. I think it would look good white on black, but a lot of people said, you know, everyone does it, things like that. Now I got the black SS center caps because I was gonna do gloss black. So I know a lot of you guys don't want me to do gloss black, and I understand that, but I'm going to show you guys right now why I'm going to dip them. Basically, it's kind of like plasti dip, but I'll show you guys the product I'm going to use. So it's not a permanent thing, but I'll show you guys why I have to dip these things. And all we have to do is come here to this front wheel and show you guys. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but all these stains and marks, and even like, I mean, I'm not too worried about these rock chips. Look at that, that's already paint's flaking off. But just all the way around and in here, I mean, even here, I don't know if you guys can really see that, but it is just very, very bad. Like, all these stains, I have not been able to take them out. If we go back, some wheels are better than others. This one is not too bad, but as you guys can see here, you know, I've got some, like, I'm not sure what it is, but I've tried all kinds of cleaners and nothing seems to work. So guys, that is why we're gonna be plasti dipping, or dipping these wheels, because obviously I don't want to have that stain type finish. Again, we are dipping the wheels, so it's not a permanent thing. If I like it, then I can always go back, remove the dip, and do a permanent powder coating. If I don't like it, then I can go back to doing a gunmetal powder coat. But for now, I wanted to try out this gloss black, so let's go ahead and get the gloss black done on these wheels. Alright guys, so the product we're going to be using is called Auto Dip. Now, I believe now they're actually called Supreme Wrap or something like that, or Super Wrap. But before they were Super Wrap, they had just started the market. They were Auto Dip, and these cans here from Auto Dip are supposed to be gloss black in a can. So like most plasti dip, it's typically a flat finish, a matte finish. Well, these cans are supposed to be gloss black in a can, and it says you can do 2 wheels per can. I'm probably gonna do a thicker coat, a thicker layer, and I'm only gonna be doing the face, so we'll see just how far I can get away with this Auto Dip can here. But yeah, so this is what we're gonna be using. What we have to do now is I'm gonna be removing all these wheels and putting the stocks back on, because I want to let the Auto Dip cure for at least 24 hours before I put it back on the road. So we're going to be removing these wheels, changing them out, and putting back the originals, so that I can start prepping these for dipping. So I'll see you guys whenever I've gotten them ready to prep. Alright guys, so I've gone ahead and removed all the wheels. The SS is now back on stock wheels. But now what you want to do is you want to go ahead and basically wipe down any debris that's on the wheels and make sure they're dry. And as you can see, it's super bad. But you wipe it down, you make sure that there's no dust or anything. We're gonna do all 4 of these, wipe them down, remove the center caps. We're gonna remove the center caps, put these aside, and then we're gonna put a nice coat of tire dressing all around the tire, and that's to make sure that the overspray doesn't stick to the rubber. And these already kind of have a little bit of it, but we're gonna put some more just to be on the safe side. Alright guys, so I've gone ahead and wiped clean all these wheels. I've gone ahead and put some tire dressing on it. Now, as you guys can see here, I've got this back end here where I put some tape and drape. And what I'm going to do is do the same thing on the barrels here. So I'm going to stand these wheels up, put the tape and drape around the barrel, and then go ahead and put it against the wall here and start painting. Alright guys, so check this out. So I've gone ahead and tape and draped the barrels. So we're only going to be doing the faces here. You know, we've got this going. If it looks good, I might go back and do the barrels. But got the tape and drape, I've got the back wall so there's no splatter, and now we're ready to go ahead and start laying down our first coats of this stuff. So from what I've seen online and what I've read, you want to do about 4 light tack coats with this, which basically just means just light overspray kind of thing. You're not going to cover solid anything, but you're going to do four of those light coats, and then let it dry after each coat. And after you get a good base of the 4 tack coats, then you're gonna do 8 solid full coats. So I'm gonna go and do wheel by wheel, and hopefully I have enough of this stuff. I mean, it says 2 wheels per can, so should be more than enough. So let's go ahead and see how it works. Alright guys, here it is. So this is what a tack coat looks like. You're basically you're not covering everything, you're just trying to lay down a good foundation. So got 1 coat down, let it dry a little bit, and then we'll go back again and do another tack coat. Alright guys, so here we are. I'm about 3 coats in, not even halfway, and already getting some really good coverage. You still see, I mean, I definitely need to keep layering down coats, especially here on the inner barrels and on the sides as it dries up, but they are coming out really nice, guys. Really nice. All these little bubbles and things that you see, over time they'll start getting solid and should be good to go. But I'm about 3 coats in. You got to give it about 5 to 10 minutes per coat. Make sure that it's kind of dry, because you don't want to spray it again when it's wet. That's what causes some runs, which I've already kind of done a little bit here, but I mean, I'm not too worried about it. Like I said, this is just temporary. But yeah, they're looking pretty good, guys. What do you guys think? Comment down below. This auto dip stuff, again, is supposed to be finishing in a gloss finish, so I'm looking forward to seeing how that is. And that's a lot different than Plasti Dip, which is a matte and you have to throw like another coat of gloss on top. So we'll see. Can this one can thing do it all? We'll find out. Alright guys, so I've gone through and I did about 7 coats. That's all those 4 cans of auto dip we're able to do on these 19-inch wheels. So even though it says 1 can equals 2 wheels, it's probably for smaller, like 15-inch diameter wheels. But I just finished doing the coats and they're still a little wet, but I mean, they're definitely glossy. I mean, this is not your typical Plasti Dip that is not glossy. And this one is the last one I did, and you can see it's super glossy, probably still because it's wet. But this one over here has already been, it was the last coat I did, and it's already dried some, and you can still see, I mean, the reflection is still pretty glossy. It still has that characteristic Plasti Dip texture, a little bit of orange peel, but I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, so now we're gonna have to let these dry and cure for about 8 minutes. And you do want to, if you did mask off some things, like I have the tape and drape behind, remove that while everything's still wet. That way, if it is caught, it doesn't lift up or peel anything else. So I'm going to remove the tape and drape from behind. I'm going to set them off to the side and let these cure for about 8 hours. Alright guys, it is now the next day and we have let these wheels cure overnight. and all I can say is this stuff works. I don't know how well you guys can see, but feels smooth to the touch, and it is very, very glossy. I mean, all of these wheels, I'm not sure how well this is going to pick it up, but I mean, they're very glossy, very smooth to the touch. I see a little run here, but nothing too crazy. All the wheels, everything's been perfectly coated. So now what we have to do is remove this overspray on the wheels, which is, since I used the tire dressing, should be easy to peel it all off and then put it on the car. Alright guys, so as you can see, I've been peeling these things off, and because we don't really do super heavy coats basically around the tire, it does come off in pieces. But what you do want is to make sure that this edge is right on the edge is a thicker coat. So when you're spraying these wheels, the last thing after you've gone through and gotten all the spokes on the coat is you want to do a solid coat, a nice solid coat, probably about half of the wheel and half of here, and just kind of make sure that this inner edge gets nice and thick so that you can pull it off much easier. See, this is like on the inside, and these strips are a lot easier. The outside you don't really have to worry about. As you drive, everything will come right guys, so check it out. Here is the rest of that peelable dipping paint, and in the spots that it's actually very thick, I mean, this thing is pretty tough. So, and that's obviously not as thick as how I laid it down on the wheels. So I think they came out very nice. Let me try to stand one up here and show you guys how glossy it is. I don't know if you can kind of tell maybe at an angle here, but yeah, I mean, definitely looks great. I think for being out of a can, it definitely stands out. So now let's go ahead and get the SS in and put the wheels back on and show you guys the final outcome. Alright guys, it is done, and check that out, man. It is awesome. I mean, these came out as best as they could have. I mean, from all angles, just look at that. I mean, it looks almost like if they were powder coated. They feel nice and thick. And the center cap matches perfectly too, all the way around. Look at that, guys. What do you guys think? Do a little wide angle. I think it looks sportier, obviously, but more than anything, I did like the gunmetal, but this black looks so much better. So it gets rid of all of these. This one specifically had the stains and all that on the gunmetal, and I could not handle the stains. I mean, it was like if I was driving with dirty wheels in a clean car. So this should hold me off for a little while. I'm gonna go ahead and leave these there. It's gonna be interesting to see how long they hold up, how well this gloss finish holds up over time. But we'll see. Kind of digging the chrome lug nuts. I think it kind of separates it and breaks it up a little bit. What do you guys think? Should I leave the chrome or go with like an all black and look for some black lug nuts? I am gonna try to black out all the chrome trim. So the door handles, the door trim, the side marker here, and also all the chrome here in the front. But anyways guys, that's it. If you guys have any questions or anything, just leave them down in the comments below. But yeah, one gloss black out of just a single can. I mean, it looks great. I mean, I think it looks really good, guys. Look at just the different angles here, and overall, I mean, it's almost like if they literally powder coated the wheels. So I'm really excited, really happy about that. I think they look awesome. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of this. I know it's something everyone kept saying, gunmetal, but this is something I already had from that I'd bought and just never used. So I had it in hand. I was like, might as well try it. Hopefully now I feel a lot better with the stains and everything again. So anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, because we're just getting started. The SS is finally getting some love. The G8, well, we already know what it can do, and it's up for sale, guys. So if any of you guys are interested, let me know. But in the meantime, we'll get the party started with the SS. Hope you guys have a great one. See you guys in the next one.